back with another Madden NFL19 franchise mode live stream. I got the Indianapolis Colts going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it, y'all. Hope y'all having a good night. Let's get into it, yeah. Let's go. Just I receive it this time. Here we go.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts take on Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Nick Foles.
I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action,
it's not raining.
here are Brandon Goff and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here.
Carries,
the losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
583 yards, 4 touchdowns.
He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Pressure Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right.
He just about to throw the football, but he got hit. Both guys gets to that sack. They got to have the second piece.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yard.
How y'all doing tonight again?
2nd and 19.
Just checking on y'all.
Out of the gun, Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Get it to Doyle.
8 yards on the completion,
8 yards.
but now they face 3rd down.
They really
Talk
love
about
to get him into
Malone.
one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Good tackle. Should I roll over now? Cover one.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Luck. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
right.
here we go. Welcome back.
Stroll. There's nothing available there for him.
The Stroll.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
The Stroll, the great kickoff return.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback calling the shots under center. It'll be Carson Wentz.
And what a season Carson Wentz was having in 2017 after a rookie season that was a little bit up and down, as you might expect. He was having an MVP caliber year. 33 touchdown passes at the time of his injury. Had his team at 11-2, riding high. Everyone thought that might be it for the Eagles. There goes their dream of winning a Super Bowl. Instead, Nick Foles comes in, team rallies, saves the day, and he ended up winning the Super Bowl anyway. But Carson Wentz had a big hand in getting him in that position.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 40.
9-yard pickup.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throw again by Carson Wentz. Zach Ertz. 753 yards.
First catch of the Super Bowl. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 53 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now it's the Boise State alone. Jay Ajayi. Not much there. Maybe a couple.
2 yards.
He's taken down at the 40. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Come on now, let's go.
Wentz throwing on second down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. The starters now on the defensive side of the ball for Indianapolis. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now Wentz on the bootleg.
Oh, bro.
Have to eat this one as down he goes. John Simon able to get him down for a loss of 11.
He got me, y'all. He got me down.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time.
What happened to the block on the left side?
Pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Mack.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain.
And here are the Colts offensive starters.
Jack Doyle has to be one of the most unheralded players in the NFL. I remember when he came out of Western Kentucky, most thought he'd be the number 2, number 3 tight end on any team he played on. Instead, how about last year? 80 catches, second only to Travis Kelce of Kansas City, named to his first Pro Bowl, and I expect continued excellent play from him. Excellent route runner and a very good blocker as well.
They'll run with Mack. And again, he's going to be stopped up
nowhere
at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Time to peek at the defensive starters. Here they are for Philadelphia. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Long. Eagle pressure.
Out of nowhere. This long.
Down he goes. Chris Long with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Sproles. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early use of one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the block to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Ajayi.
Damn.
That play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Got off his block real well, didn't you? That mid tackle. Oh, no, that wasn't him. I thought that was him.
Now Wentz on third down. And Wilson has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter y'all. Nothing, our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about boy, he'll
he
want
missed
that
it.
one
I
back
threw
all
it to
the
him,
time.
but
He
he
definitely wants that one
could have
back.
went both feet
Tried
down.
to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wentz again. And he connects with Hurts. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Wentz to throw again. Carson Wentz, that's his first touchdown pass since December 10th of last year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Holding.
No, they was holding.
So reverse the celebration.
Touchdown.
They have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
All right, just for me.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Wentz. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Man. Oh, bro.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. They run with Ajayi. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Working from the gun, Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Couldn't score.
10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Pick him up.
And the Colts coming out now. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Luck, and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 21. To throw is Luck. This is called. It's Ryan Bland. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Nowhere to throw. Such a cock.
Cox able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Sproles, the return. Sproles so quick and agile. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he's got Rome. Finding room inside the 40. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown
Philadelphia
of the campaign. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Yay.
On that long run, the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The figure fall down. Yeah.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here is Andrew Luck, the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Ebron with it over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A chance for us now to discuss Jay Ajayi. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And it's knocked away, incomplete.
Too many white jerseys.
Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that will be incomplete as well. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those
56
shoulders
yards,
right.
goal.
That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
Get the laser down there.
They're more athletic now. than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Back to throw. Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
No
gain, and it's second down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. On second down, here's Locke. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Mack. And Hill running right through it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Missed tackles.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Oh, man.
Wentz gonna throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Wentz will try again on 2nd down.
Dang, I had nowhere to throw.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Here's Ajayi. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They needed 17 on 3rd down, and that's exactly what they got.
This is how he got 7 yards out of there. Oh, my goodness.
On 1st down, Wentz going long here for Wallace. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Woo!
Mike Wallace in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Mike Wallace.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime here in
guys.
Philly with the Eagles
Stay with me here.
We'll
With the like, comment, subscribe to my channel was a blessing to me. I so appreciate it.
Ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. It's a 4-yard pickup there. It leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. And
he came through there like nothing.
Margus Hunt in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
He came through there like nothing. Nobody blocked him or nothing, bro.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right.
You
need that
boom,
stop, get
right
the
through the middle.
back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Right through the middle. You're in the middle. He's gonna put it in the middle.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively.
Yeah, chance to turn that into points defense here, y'all.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker?
Uh-oh, got hit.
Those two.
That hurt.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Sticking out his leg, probably got a little hamstring problem. Or I got a cramp or something like that.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Good blitz, y'all. Good blitz.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Now a hit and Locke.
Oh, picked up. Get up, niggas.
Picked up by the Eagles.
Dang.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, we may not see him behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defense coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a
wow.
receiver. It looks like
Get
you're
that ball in there.
They
hand in there, knock the ball
loose. He
loose.
just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former
Good
member
job.
of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz.
Oh,
Completes it to a giant.
y'all see that?
And he's brought down.
It bounced in my guy's hand.
Time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down.
I thought I had it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for.
I kept my eye on that one guy right there, though.
Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Only one person.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is a J. And they get to him quickly here as he
Couldn't cut
stopped
back.
right
Kelsey
around the
got
14.
hurt. Oh.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Eagles on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. That's incomplete,
What a
but
flag.
there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
Yeah, buddy.
This home
Yeah,
crowd,
boy.
they're happy with that call.
First down.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's
Rookie
been
with
that
the
way
call.
all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing is Wentz. Oh, and it's
Ah, what the hell happened?
Big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
I should just ran the whole in.
This
Broken
close to the goal
finger.
line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a
Oh.
run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Get over there. Go.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Five plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Look. 27. Look. 27. Look.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
I was going to pick him. Changed him.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Good running yard.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Play action. It's locked. And they're not able to hook up there.
Where are you throwing, look?
He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that takes us
He
from
was
second
open
to
here.
third down.
So Jack Doyle's all right. He ain't hurt.
Open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And this time
Right
he's
to
going backwards.
Jernigan.
So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because To be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down.
Oh.
Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Holding. Defense.
Hold.
So they elect to decline it.
Penalty is declined.
Why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand.
He just said hold the defense,
Terrible
though.
spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back
Dang,
on 1st
bro.
and goal.
Lost the football.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll run it with Mack. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Benny got hurt.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing now is Wentz. So an agile move, but not a big gain. Down right near the 25. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
52, great.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball.
Gotta to push a button to
keep it in the hands
play.
of those
You
runners.
make the play
Keep
action, now
moving
you
it,
don't
keep
want
grinding
to
the
play
clock.
action. Running back that way, but he can get closer.
Now Wentz on third down. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. That escapes the sack. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's holding again.
Holding offense.
Too many penalties, bruh.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Yeah.
3 quarters.
All right, y'all. 4th quarter
Return with
coming up.
more
Y'all
after
stay
this.
with me
You're
here. Keep
watching
rocking
the
with your boy.
NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Ajayi's gonna go. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Elliott good with a PAT.
Come on, everything else.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Ajayi. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Luck now on second down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Oh, you got the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Colts on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Sproles so quick and agile. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over.
Who I thought I was going there, y'all?
Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it.
Get over there. Go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
able to avoid him.
Time is it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that
He
to
pushed
try
me
to
in his
negotiate a
zone.
new contract off of this
Yeah,
win.
wow.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this
Thank y'all for
one
tuning
away.
in. Whoever tuning in my channel tonight in this football game and all day
Fielded
long
about a
today.
yard deep. And he'll
Since
take
I
it back to
got up,
about the
I started shooting
19-yard
about
line.
6 something. So thank you for ever tuning in today. Also,
And
please
now
like,
Indianapolis
subscribe on
set
my
to take
channel.
the field. These guys had to
We're
punt their
blessing
last
them, we're
possession,
blessing
and
them,
that's
we're
become
blessing
too
them.
familiar of a refrain.
blessing
Too
each
many of
other.
these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, it's Locke.
Oh, he's still gonna get him.
Is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, here's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put
tackle.
into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Colts on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Locke got his man complete over the middle. It's
over the
Grant,
marker.
and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Now the drag, that guy shot right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Now a 1st down throw. Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To the air again. Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Colts on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time
with your boy
after this.
Help me out here. Walk right back.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Clock throwing again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
I'll play on 4th down. Close to the end zone, I ain't gonna do that.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Hey.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
How long streaming? Streaming.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And they'll run it here. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Into the red zone. Wentz.
Oh,
the
bro.
Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go. Hey, we got flag number 53.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles.
Look at Carson Wentz work.
There are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seemed a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it.
Oh, who's that? One
On
again?
the argument, I get it on the other side.
Boom,
Is, hey,
broke
do
that
something
tackle.
about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know it was really exciting.
the whole thing.
Fantasy owners
Yeah.
who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Elliott now to have the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is swelled by one more. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Locke. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Rodney
And
McLeod.
his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
What an interception.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run,
No.
pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit
Thank
the road
y'all
next
for
week to
tuning
take
in to
on
my
the
vlog
Tennessee
here,
Titans.
my
Meanwhile, for the
stream.
Colts,
Don't
they
forget to
too
like,
will exit
come
with a
subscribe to my
2-1
channel.
record.
It would be
And
a
they'll
blessing. I
at home
appreciate
next
y'all
week for
who
a
was here
date
tonight with
the
me.
Houston Texans.
Kicking it with your boy tonight.
And for
Y'all
Charles
take care.
Davis,
Have a
our
good
entire
night.
crew here at EA Sports,
Sleep
I'm
well.
Brandon
God
Gordon
bless you.
saying so long, everybody.
Peace.